What's going on, guys? Today I want to jump on here and talk a little bit about what makes you tick, right? It's not about how you start, it's how you finish, is the old saying. But I'm here to argue both sides. It's also about how you start. I basically live 2 different days over and over again. The 2 days are one where I get up, I get right into my morning routine, which involves having a cup of coffee, also making a green smoothie. And that really sets the tone for my day so that I know that I'm starting the day off on a healthy foot, right? I know that when I have that smoothie, I'm then going to make my eggs and I'm going to get started with the day, hang out with my kids, get them off and ready to go. And I'm probably going to make better decisions, right? That's the one day, right? That has nothing to do with how I finish the day. That little step of making that green smoothie for me is what makes me tick and what starts my day on it starts my day onto the day that I want, the day that's going to help me achieve my goals, the day that's going to really set me up for success with the bigger picture, right? Now, what does that day look like when I go the opposite direction, right? Maybe I get up, maybe I get in a rush, and maybe I skip that smoothie. It doesn't seem like that big of a deal for anyone else, but for me, knowing that I've skipped that smoothie, I'm probably not going to go back and make it later on in the day, and that means I'm probably going to replace that with maybe a more unhealthy or a poor choice, and that's going to snowball. Maybe I won't go work out. Maybe I'll just, get some fast food or, whatever it is that I'm going to replace that with. It kind of is just sets the tone for my day that I didn't start it off in the direction that I wanted it to go, right? I'm not saying it has to be like that. I've just noticed for me sometimes. I also have a meal that I usually eat before I work out. It's a pretty high calorie meal. It fuels me up to go in and do my workout, gives me lots of energy, and it's a lot of calories, good calories. It's a kind of like an oatmeal thing, but that's not the point. The point is another kind of decision I make in the day of whether it's going to be a good day or a day that I really chase after the goals or a day where I kind of end up slacking off is that meal right there. I'm not going to skip working out. I love to work out. It doesn't usually happen that way, but I love to eat too, right? I kind of base my whole life around eating. Maybe some of you out there can feel me on that. My wife and I, we base our vacations on the restaurants that are at the places, that we're going. We base our whole day around where we're going to go eat. We think about dinner while we're eating breakfast. That's kind of just how we do it. So for me, I eat pretty similar stuff, the same things every day. So every afternoon I have to make a choice. Am I going to eat that pre-workout meal that takes up a lot of my calories for the day? And some days when I'm feeling like maybe on a day where maybe I skipped my smoothie or something, or a day where I'm just kind of lacking in the discipline area, which happens, I may say, you know what, I'm still kind of full for my lunch. Maybe I won't eat it and I'll just go work out without it, and then that way I can have more of some other stuff later on in the night. And inevitably what happens is that meal really fuels me up, gets me ready for my workout. So even though I might have been a little bit full at the time, when I go to hit my workout, if I haven't prepared for the workout by eating, the right food, my workout's not near as good as it should be. Then I get home and maybe, I love pasta, and there's nothing wrong with pasta, but, eating half a bag or 3/4 of a bag or even a whole bag sometimes is probably not the best decision. But because I didn't eat that other meal, now I'm going to get on there and I'm going to crush this bag of pasta. And once I'm done with the pasta, it's almost like the snowball has started and steamrolled to a point where, all right, well, now I'm going to hit the ice cream and now I'm going to hit the candy and, whatever else it is. So I would say, just to wrap it all up, it's not just about how you start. It's not just about how you finish. It's about how you start too. Because for me, the start really sends the snowball down one side of the mountain or the other side of the mountain. Not everybody might be like that, but if I make good decisions when I wake up, if I've got a good morning routine, again, that was going to look different for everybody. Right now, I got 2 young kids. My morning routine isn't a nice, peaceful cup of coffee and a walk, but it is getting that smoothie in, having that cup of coffee, getting them ready for the day. Or I skip that. I'm more likely to skip the other meal in the afternoon and hit up all kinds of stuff that really don't align with my total life goals, right? I have a momentary lapse where I'm doing things that don't align with what I truly want as a person. And it all had to do with how I started the day. So, what makes you tick? That's the question. It might not be what you do first thing in the morning. That might, you might intermittent fast, or you might be, you might not love food like I do, but there's something for you out there that makes you tick, that keeps you focused throughout the day. I'm not talking like over a course of a week or a month. I'm talking about in the day, there's something that's going to keep you focused on your life and your goals, and there's something that if you don't do, it's going to throw you off for that day, and it's going to be a wasted day. We don't get time back. Time is, the only thing you can't buy. It's the only thing that, it's not renewable. You get a certain amount of time. When it's gone, it's gone. So, if you find that you're wasting several days a week just from not knowing what makes you tick and how to make sure that you go down the right side of the mountain with that snowball, maybe this is a time where you could figure that out, figure out what it is that makes you tick, kind of take a step back and analyze what happens on days that you absolutely crush your goals, both fitness, nutrition, lifestyle, family, whatever it is, and what happens on days where you suck, right? What happens on days where you skip the workout or half-ass it, you don't eat what you should, you eat junk, you don't get anything done that you wanted to get done, you're grumpy with your family, whatever it is. Figure out what it is that makes you tick when it comes to that, and set your life up, set your day up, set your surroundings and your circumstances up so that you always, or not always, but as much as possible, choose the right way, right? Choose the good side of the mountain, not the bad side of the mountain. All right, guys, if you haven't yet, get out there and sweat, eat some healthy food, drink your water. We'll see you guys tomorrow.